I hate to be that person who said I told you so, but we really did try to tell you so. Game 6 has concluded between the Bay Area Dragons and the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings, and the final score is 87-84. And in case you didn't know, but we called it in the last video that we did for Grindtime Sports, and I'll show it to you here right now. Take a look. There's no way, I believe, this doesn't go to a Game 7. You're probably going to see a big night from Myles Powell. Not to say that he's not capable of a big night. We've seen him do it a lot in this tournament. But because I'm a firm believer that the PBA sometimes, they just do really damn things. They do a lot of things that I'm not really a fan of. And they try to manipulate these games a lot. So in our mind, there was just absolutely no way that this was not gonna go to a Game 7. Despite the absence of their superstar big and Andrew Nicholson, Myles Powell stepped in and stepped up in a really big way, scoring 29 points, 7 rebounds, and I believe 5 assists. Meanwhile, Hayden Blankley contributed roughly 23 points and 7 rebounds as well. Barangay Ginebra was led by Justin Brownlee, who was absolutely scorching. I believe 37 points, 10 rebounds, and 11 assists. A triple-double for whom I believe is one of the best imports to ever lace up a pair of sneakers in the Philippine Basketball Association, and one of the best players to probably ever play in the Philippines, period. Now, it's kind of funny because as this game progressed, definitely up and down, Bay Area in the second half led by as many as I think 8 or 9 points, probably 10 if I'm not mistaken. Ginebra clawed their way back, led the game by as many as 7 points entering the fourth quarter. And Myles Powell absolutely exploded in that fourth quarter. I think he scored like 9 or 12 points in that quarter, including 3 3-pointers. Justin Brownlee did what he could to kind of bring Ginebra out of that slump that they started off that fourth quarter with, but overall, I thought that this game, again, was going to go Bay Area's way. In the final waning seconds of that ball game, Myles Powell to the free throw line, 86-84, made one of 2 charities, but the second one he missed and got the ball back. And I think that was probably one of the biggest situations that Ginebra will look back on and say that might have been the one that cost us this championship. And that was a big play because Myles Powell went back to the free throw line, sank another charity to give them a 3-point lead. The final play of Game 6, it looked like they were going to go for that handoff that they did against Meralco a few years ago, where Brownlee got a great look for a 3, but Bay Area absolutely cut that off, and talking about Barangay Ginebra, they had to settle for a 3-point attempt, a really well contested one by Jafet Aguilar. Game 7, and this is really interesting to me, right after, I think Commissioner Willie Marshall immediately said that Game 7 will be held in the Philippine Arena on a Sunday. They were supposed to do it on a Friday, but they're doing it on a Sunday, of course, to accommodate as many people as they possibly can. The seating capacity in the Philippine Arena is 50,000 people. You can expect that there will be a lot of people there. And of course, it's exactly, in my mind, what the PBA wanted. They wanted to milk this for all it was worth. Were there a couple of sketchy calls? Yes. It looked like at one point they were just playing rugby because the referees were not blowing that whistle. Some fouls were let go, and I believe it was more in favor of Bay Area because Bay Area ultimately got the calls that they wanted towards the end. Ginebra, I'm not sure, but kind of looked like they were just missing a couple of shots, turning the ball over a little bit, and carelessly fouling, I believe. That's the word I'm looking for, carelessly fouling. And Bay Area takes Game 6. Now, the question is who takes Game 7. In my mind, that's a bit of a toss-up. It's one of those situations where I think it could go either way. All bets are off in a Game 7, but I think, if I'm going with my gut here, Ginebra will take it, and it's going to be a nail-biter of a finish. Because, again, what better narrative can you write than the home team on Philippine soil taking it? And again, in my mind also, the PBA no longer has anything to lose because once those ticket sales soar to a stratospheric level, they already win. You don't care who wins that game. So probably Bay Area also will win it. But again, it's going to be a nail-biter. Final thing the team that I think who will take this home, probably Ginebra. Expect them to celebrate a championship again. The narrative has to be fulfilled. That's it for Jeff, GT Sports. Keep tuning in. We get these things right. I'm just saying. Let's go.